Hey guys, it's Diana. How you doing? I had a fun morning. I got a whole bunch of emails out. I had to figure out how to do it. Well, I know how to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to do it in bulk. Of the new, my old classes, new classes, to my new people and my old people. We did this yesterday. And I seen this thing. I'll paint anything. If you throw your butt up here and you want it painted, Diana will paint it. Anyways, so here's what we're painting. It's an Amaryllis ball. We got this at Trader Joe's. They sell these everywhere. And I wasn't sure it was painted, but you can see it's just starting to come up. And these are beautiful, guys. I had to have it. I bought it. It was a good price. I had to have it. I had one I must have had for years. My daughter sent me from New York and finally died off. But that stupid thing came out of its shell. It just kept growing and growing, beautiful flowers. Finally died off a little bit, so I says, oh, it's probably dead. So I planted it in some dirt. I put it in the basement, and I noticed it started to shoot up over the winter. I put it out in the yard, and every summer, I'd have this just huge red flowers. So it's a beautiful Amaryllis. Anyways, I seen a lady painting them, and she was charging people. And I thought, oh, I got one of those. I want another one now. Anyways, I started painting the back. Guess what? It dried quick. So this must be something else besides wax. I thought it was just wax. There's something else on here. But you literally don't have to water these, and they're just gorgeous. So we're going to paint that right now. I got it in the bulb. I finally got some of those gloves for arthritis. Anyways, here's the deal again. I had to show it to you. It's one of the reasons I'm on here. I decided instead of 23, we're going to do 21 today. Is it going to be 21 tomorrow? I don't know. Yesterday was 19. Today is $21. This is backwards. It's backwards. I don't know how to turn around. $21 to join the Garden Palette, or $190 to honor till tomorrow night for the whole year, which is like $15 and change a month. And it's a stupid offer. It's crazy. But I need new people, and I want people to help me get my new stuff going. I'll be working on that site again today. I sent them some old videos and some new ones, and I had to get December's done. Now I gotta do this group's December, and I put those over so you can watch them on YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube and you subscribe. So anyways, if you're interested, it's on there today. All you gotta do is DM me, message me, however, and I will send you the details and the links. And then somebody that signed up, I met her over there and tell her about what's going on and what she needs to know over there and how to do stuff. So it takes like 5 minutes. So anyways, there you go again. $21 for the rest of the day till midnight. If not, you can also buy the whole year. Or you can buy 1 month, stay a couple months, and then leave. That's fine. All right, because it'd be good till the end of January, right? So anyways, let's paint this. I thought this would be fun. Different. I had a little emergency this morning too. My granddaughter, since she was in that accident, it's been one thing after another. Her leg's been bothering her. Anyways, I think she's got a bad flu. My grandson just carried her to the car. She was so dizzy. I think it's a bad flu. She only had 102 temperature, 101. But, she shouldn't be that high. So he just took her to well care, like emergency room. So, yeah, a little strange morning. Someone dropped a card off, and they gave me their last name. Somebody in the neighborhood, I don't know. I don't know everybody's last name, so I think it's 568. I think it's right next door. So I had planned on doing some cookies, but she's sick. I was going to send her. I might send him if he gets back here with bags of stuff for the neighbors. Anyways, just one of those things, right? So let me turn this around. I think this would be a lot of fun. And what I'm going to do is that birdhouse. I'm going to put this away for a minute. And I'm going to get some paper towels. I'm going to do that birdhouse on here, on the front part. And I might do a few flowers around the edges, like I did with this one. See how I did the side? So I'm thinking I'm going to do this on the front, on here. But I'm going to paint it first, dry a little bit. It dried pretty quick. Let me get you guys up on the computer so I can see who's on. I had this right where it needed to be. Let's see if it stayed. Let's see if it stayed, 'cause it seems like it never does. Come on, guy. Okay. Let's refresh and see if I'm up here. So I'm hoping you guys are having a great weekend. Kind of jump on, tell me what you're doing if you're in this group. Are you cooking, making cookies, wrapping presents? Are you still shopping? Are you doing much Christmas? Are you going to see family? I love hearing about all that stuff. All right, so here I am. Here I am. There I am. Now, if I can get this up big, it'll stay where it's supposed to stay. All right. Did you rewatch this? Have you ever seen anybody paint a... that was the first time. So now this will be the second time because I'm going to do it. I got my old glove over my fancy glove for my hand here, so I'm hoping I'll get paint on it. So I went and I experimented with the thicker paint and the thinner paint. Turns out the craft paints work better. I think because there's like a curve to it and the thick stuff, I would have to put it on the outside. So I'm going to base coat this. So what do I do with it? I'm going to base coat this with, I'm going to use this old one. Base coat this with the green and white. Then I think I'm going to pencil in. I washed all my brushes too. I had to do that. I think I'm going to try penciling in my my image. Oh, I need a bigger brush than that, I think. A little green, a little more green. I want some of the red to show through, so I'm not worried about it being totally covered, if that makes any sense. I might put some gold around the bottom too, I thought. I got that thick gold. I think that might work on the bottom. So I'm gonna just kind of streak this on. I did 2 layers on the other side, so I think I'm gonna do a couple layers here. So just green and white. This is like a Kelly green. This is like Deco Art. And the Deco Art, or the Apple Pearl White I got. Either one. They're liquid, the liquid craft paints opposed to a thicker like, you know, impasto or texturized paint or any of that stuff. I think I'm gonna do this a little bit later too, not too late. And then I thought I could do a Christmassy, but the problem is, like I said, this actually lasted longer than I thought, and I ended up getting more blooms than I thought. So I don't really want it Christmas themed. And like I said, it's not going to hurt the plant because the plant's underneath it, the bulb. Like I say, see, it's starting to come up. It's getting a baby. It's going to have a whole bunch of leaves. So I'm just streaking this white and green on, just kind of randomly. Like I said, I'm going to finish it. Now, she did like a swan on hers, and then she did one where it was all green and she did little flowers all over it, and that was cute. So I'm gonna do something different, but it'll be, you know, it'll be cute, hopefully. I just thought it was funny because it's sitting on my kitchen counter, and I said, oh, it would look cute with a little something on it. Now I want another one. I only have one sister two sisters, but one that's, both of them are really into it, that I think this would make a great Christmas gift, but I don't know if I'll get back there to get them. I thought this was entirely too clever. Like I said, I'll paint anything. I never got back to my bowling ball, which I painted before I put Van Gogh on it. I know what I want to do to it, so we'll get to that maybe next year. It's out in the shed. Might even do it right out on the picnic table. It might be the easiest thing to do. So now I got it all green. I'll make it kind of look antique-y, but first I need a base to it, so I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna get my blow dryer out and give a little blow dry here. This side's dry. I'm gonna make the bottom like a gold, so because I'm gonna keep hitting that anyways when I'm trying to paint, so I'm not gonna bother about that till the end. And that'll give it a little pizzazz. I want a little of the red to show through though, so I don't. We're gonna put this tree on here, or this house on this amaryllis bulb. Lost it for a second. I think I'm back. I'm gonna turn the sound down on this. Keep having these still show up on here. These on here. Got my painting jacket on. It's a mess. See how fast that dried? It dried really fast. It's gotta be like some kind of plastic or something. I thought it was wax. It's not wax. The wax would crack. That's some kind of shrink wrap. It feels like a waxy shrink wrap. You know what I'm talking about? They would use it like on food, different foods. That little shit, not bad. So that's good. I don't want to get it too hot because there's a plant underneath there. Might actually boost it. So I want to see what side I want to show towards me. That's kind of crooked. That was the back. So I'm thinking, do the birdhouse right about there. Now I had a pencil here, which I dropped. It's underneath my foot. I got my grippers here. Sometimes I get my little I get these long tongs I use for barbecuing. They are the best thing for grabbing stuff when you can't get to it. You got a bad back. Whoops. I have a big pair, was my husband's. I use those two a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself a little birdhouse. I'm just gonna kind of scratch it in. Just roughly. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do that like in a white and a black. I'm gonna rinse my brush. I got like a small, flat, kind of a soft, flat brush. And I'm gonna come in and do this house a little white first. Just give it a base. I scratched some of that paint off, but that's okay. I'll do this first. I'm gonna need some small brushes too, I think. So fun, so different. This flu is making the rounds. Let me tell you something. The nurses are like bombarded everywhere. My daughter's a little town too up north. She's in a small town hospital, and yeah, they got it too. It's everywhere. I'm gonna start wearing my mask outside again. They're suggesting it down in New York. I guess New York's hit pretty bad. I'm going down there in January, so I'm gonna bring me a bunch of masks. I guess a lot of people are getting it on the planes too. It's a certain virus, and I'm like, oh God, only me. So I'll be wearing my mask. I got a couple, I got the cheap ones, but my daughter gave me a couple with the nurses wear. The only problem with those ones, they're so heavy, you feel like you can't breathe. So I know I still might wear them, but I'm just getting some base on this, filling it in. It's gonna need details, so I'm just gonna do that first. And then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that darker green, and I'm gonna kind of just like start making some bushes right in here. I'm gonna layer too, so I can do this. I want there to be like some foliage underneath here. And then we can kind of put some details in, like this. If anybody's watching, jump on, let me know you're here. Say hey. Tell me what you're doing today. I know everybody's stressed out right now trying to nitty gritty. If you're smart, you did gift bags, a few gift cards, or you made goodies. Save, you know, that takes a little more work, but on the other hand, it's a little cheaper. People like the homemade stuff. Keep telling people, you think they don't, people love it. I run into somebody years later, oh, I still have that little whatever you did. You know, so people like that stuff. So now I got it kind of encapsulated, like foliage. Then I think I'm gonna rinse this brush off again. Let me get a round brush. This brush is I had it. And I am going to make some little petals. Let this dry all the way around. I'm going to put flowers in them. But in the meantime, let me get some more green. Like I said, it looks like the craft paints worked much better on this if you're going to do one. I mean, you could do like snowflakes and stuff too, but I thought, I know this is going to last a while, so I'm going to do like little flowers. 1, 2, maybe just 3. Yeah, I think that one was too much, but that's okay. Just 3, because I'm going to put flowers on these. Oh, I need some gray and white down here. Guess I'm going to cover this bottom in some gold, I think. Just to kind of create a little foliage around there. Just the first layer to make sure I don't touch too much of that top. And I'm going to take a really teeny weeny little brush and I'm going to get me some black. Get me some black. Actually, let's put this up there. Hey, Lori. I didn't either. I didn't know either. I was watching some girl last night. Don't ask me. I have a lot of art stuff on all my pages, so things pop up. So I don't know. There was a reel on there, and the girl was painting an Amaryllis bulb. I'm like, because someone said to her, "Can you paint a bulb?" And she's like, "I don't know." She says, "But you know something? I'll paint anything." I'm thinking to myself, so would I. So. This morning, I did the one side, and it won't take the thick paint, but it'll take the craft paint, and that's what we're doing. But I was thinking Christmas stuff, but on the other hand, I had these before I had as a Christmas gift. And let me tell you something, I had it for years, so I don't really want to do a Christmas theme, so I'm going to do this little birdhouse. So that's what I'm doing. And it's not like wax, I thought it was wax, so I think it's like, almost like a shrink wrap. You know, like a waxy shrink wrap. You know what I'm talking like it's like food grade. It might be like what they use outside of like a cheese. You know how they have the outside wrapper? Something like that. Like you would use for a brie. That's what it feels like. So it took really good and it dried pretty fast. So, because I put a little coating on this morning and it's like, wow, look at that. So I can paint it. So then I said, I'm coming on to paint it. And talk about, getting in the membership too. So, yeah. But see, I sent you guys some emails this morning. I really still am working. I can only seem to do 5 at a time. It takes me like 2 hours, but I'm trying to figure out, I tried like pasting it. I put all the emails in at the same time into where I want to share the painting or the class, and it wouldn't do it. I thought, I'll just paste everything. Well, I haven't figured that out yet. If I can get it to paste, then I could just put it in once and just, every time I grab one, well, I have to click and all the... So there's got to be a way to do it, I'm sure. So so you can see. There's a way to do it, I know there is. So I'll figure it out. So I said I'd get my granddaughter here, but she's up in the emergency room. The grandson, she couldn't even walk. She was so dizzy. So he carried her. He carried her for months after she had that surgery, or she had hit by that car. So I worry about her. She just went through this thing with her foot and had x-rays done. And, so you'll always be having problems with those legs, that one leg that, got hit. But she's all right. She's got a pretty bad flu, I think, though. She don't take care of herself, though, really. When we're young, we're too busy. So I'm just making my birdhouse. Doing it mostly with my brushes here. So I want this to curve out a little bit. I want this one to come in a little bit. So you can paint anything you want. I was going to do something Christmas theme. I'm like, wait a minute. I can't because I'm going to have this a while. This will chip off eventually. I'm going to take a picture, but it will chip off. So I remember when I had it and I put it in a pot and I saw it probably won't live, but put it in the basement. And the next year, well, during the winter, I go down and do my laundry and I check on my plants once in a while. I say, hey, this has got a little plant coming up on it. So I gave it a little more water, and as the winter goes along, I kind of start watering a little bit more. I cut back on the water until, midwinter. Then about January, February, I'll check on them and see if anything looks like it might survive the winter. Most of them did. Well, it did. So I put it outside, and oh my God, it was so beautiful. I loved it out there. So it would eventually just get strappy leaves. There'd be no flowers left. So I just stopped watering it, stick it in the corner, and wait for it to kind of dry back a little bit, and then because they get the strength from the foliage. So then I would just, I see it. They weren't looking so good, and I cut them back, and then I put it down in the basement, and the same thing. So I don't know what eventually killed it. I think it might have been a storm, because sometimes you get a storm, it knocks things over. That happened here with a couple plants. I just had one that's having a baby. My daughter's like, you are nuts. So your plants, I said, my plant's having a baby. Because it got hit by a hailstorm, and it just ripped all these beautiful, it's a big, tall plant. Well, it used to be. I cut it all back, and it survived. I put it in a pot, and I was going to leave it in the garden. I thought it was a garden plant, but I think it might be a house plant. I'll take a picture, show you sometime. So now, let's make some little shingles like I did the other thing. I'll get my palette knife out, and what color do I want to do? Let's see if I can kind of paint a little bit. Let's take that black. Let's do the black. Since I got it on my palette. Yeah, so these will survive. So that's how I decided I'm not going to do Christmas time. I was thinking about doing, what do they call those? Snowflakes. But I'm not going to do that, so. A little shadow here to be okay. Yes, so I'm going to be working on that site today, Lori. I'm going to add some more tracers. I got to go hunt them all up. They're there. I didn't know how to put them in there at first, so I finally figured out, put them together. Well, when they are together, I put them together. So they're not all going to be it's going to be some will be from this group too. Some's old stuff. The emails that I sent today, they are old, some of them. There's no random order, so you have to change them. I unlist them or I privatize them. I did them unlisted, and they don't want you to do that unless if you want to share it. I got to put it on private, so I just leave it on private. Well, then if I want to share it without the private, I have to go back to unlisted. It's like insane. They all got these little rules. I'm not sure why they do that. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm sure there's reasons. A little bit of white. Crazy, right? It's always something. I don't think I really need this thing either. Don't really need that. Let me just kind of take this out a little bit. Don't really need that. Need some more white though. I might make this hole a little bigger. There we go. I like that better. Yeah, I need some color. Let's get a pretty green, red, pink. Let's do a little pinkish color. I got this tea berry. I love this tea berry. I'll put a little bit of this down there. Give this birdhouse a little color. Oops. Maybe I'll paint it on. Yeah, guys, so instead of doing 23, I decided to do 21, trying to keep it a little bit on the low side. So if you want to join, that's the price. It's still going to do the 190 for the whole year, which is a good deal too. It's a stupid deal, But I want new people, and I need a little help getting it going again. We have a lot of fun in there. And you get live classes twice a month. A little more detailed. You get tracers. I only do tracers in there now. And all kinds of good stuff in there. And I'm releasing whenever you want some new videos, because I put all the videos on YouTube privately. You can't see them because some of those classes go back 5 years. And one just, Stacy just requested one for this morning. I sent it on over. So you can, if you see something in there you want, because I got a lot of the pictures are in there, but there's no, they won't let you keep videos anymore. They're on YouTube though, so I can send links over. That's what I've been doing. You start your own little folder, and they're yours to keep. But you gotta be in a group. Yeah, I kind of like that pink. We'll leave the roof white. Maybe we'll make that white, that roof more shingled. Yeah, so it's a good thing. And I got all kinds of, like, you can download some stuff in there. I got more to put in there of ways to make money doing art. All kinds of stuff. What else I got in there? I'm going to have the dance classes that we did. I'm going to have links to them. I'm just going to put the pictures in there. And if you want one, you're interested, a lot of them are 2 or 3 videos, because I made it really long, and some people that was, I think, too much. So anyways, they'll be available, and you just tell me you want them. I'll send them on over. Put them in your folder. This one's going to be different, but it all depends on how this paint is going on. Yeah, that's looking all right. And some more white paint. Yeah, so there's quite a bit to offer in there. I have 5 years worth of content, and I'm taken out of the other group, and I moved a lot of it over to YouTuber. Take this small brush. We're going to the white, and I think I'm gonna try to make a little rim right here. And I'm gonna kind of put a little highlight in this little stem here. Yeah. So what's everybody doing today? I'm actually getting ready to cook bread, but I got relieved by my granddaughter, but my working on my site, but I had a little problem. I think everybody's on today or something. It's kind of slow, which is not unusual. But I got some cards to do. I'm going to make up some little cookie bags. I finished up most of them yesterday. I'm going to make up some cookie bags for the neighbors, and when he gets back here, there's no snow, so I'll probably be able to walk across the yard, but I really don't want to if I can get him to do it. They might be up there forever, though. You know how those emergency rooms are. Let me see. I want like a little light in here. Can I swirl that around a little bit? There you go. Swirl it around a little bit. We're going to put gold in the bottom. So now, be careful up here too. I don't want to ruin my plant. I need some red, I think, for the flowers. So I'm going to get that red out. I'm going to need a little more green, so I think I'm going to do a little yellowish green, because it's kind of a blue green. You guys know what that means? It means there's a darker blue base to this green. That's that Kelly green. Some greens are lighter and they have a little more yellow in them. which is a cool thing to have. So I'm gonna put this one out. This one's called New Leaf, which is like a fresh green leaf kind of color. It's not lime, it's not dark green, it's definitely got some yellow to it. All right. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna let that dry a minute. I'm gonna come in here and start doing some little random, maybe add some white to it, shows up. Some little random strokes here. Then I'm gonna put some flowers in. I got that red out. Just some like little bushy bushes. Some little strokes. Maybe put some down here too. Oh, I forget people watch football. If my husband was alive, he loved his football. You love football, Lori? Because he did. I forget that stuff's on. I didn't really watch it, but you know what I did? I made snacks. He loved me for that. We'd like start planning, you know, what we were going to have. We'd go to the store and get whatever he wanted me to make, you know. Usually something yummy. Try new ones every year, you know. Forget about that. And his brother, he died, what, 2 years ago? Younger than him. They would be on the phone back and forth, harassing each other, getting drunk, funny as hell. Well, those days are gone, so I forget, you know. Well, enjoy the game, girl. Do you make snacks? I'll put a white in here, too. Do you make snacks? I used to make snacks. I have a couple of brothers. My sister Lisa, too, she loves sports. I think my sister Laura watches it because she's got sons, but I don't think it's like her favorite thing. But I don't know. My sister Lisa definitely. I know that my kids know all the favorite teams, everybody, but I don't really think any of my daughters really watch sports either. No. I watch, what is it that's on Christmas time? I watch the dog show. I love those things. It's on like the same time as like different games and stuff. And I love like the Olympics. My husband used to watch the Olympics together. You know, I love like right now like the ice skating and the skiing. I'm just kind of making a little white highlight here too a little bit. I love that too. But not everybody. I had a house full of brothers and they were more interested in cars. Isn't that funny? One brother was into baseball, take that back. The rest of them, it was cars and girls. All right, so I think this is a little bit drier here, so I think I can make that house a little pinker now. So let me get a little bigger brush. You make snacks? You like this? I'm working on it. Such a different thing to do, huh? I love doing different stuff. You get bored, you gotta do different things, you know. If it happens to be a little decoration from this, gonna sit right on my counter, I'm gonna love it. It's a good thing. I gotta fix that door again, but that's okay. I just want a little more pink on this. So I'm gonna kind of hit it here and there. All right, so now I go back with my small brush and fix what I messed up. Oh, it's kind of got a little cathedral looking thing here. That's okay too. Kind of a little funny shape now, but that's kind of a cool thing. You know what I could do? I could make a little finial. I love birdhouses. Let's make a little finial. There you go. big little finial. Like that. That's cool, right? All right, let me take that bright red, and I'm going to make, should I use my palette knife? Let me see if I can get that in there pretty decently without ruining anything. I'm gonna get that nice bright red, and I'm gonna kind of just make some little indications of flowers. I knew when she got her mother on the phone, my oldest daughter's a nurse. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. So Jacob comes out, you got a thermometer? Yeah, you got Tylenol, this, that, and everything. I don't have ibuprofen because I can't, she needs it for her legs, but I can't take it because the drug I'm on is, you can't take it. So, no big deal, but I had Tylenol and I had cold drops and I had cough medicine and, you know, that kind of stuff. So, those are kind of big, but that's okay. That's a okay around here. I'm just going to kind of make some indications of some flowers. Put it on thick with my little thing here. It might take a while to dry, but that's all right. We're just going to do the bottom in gold after this, and I'll take a picture. I like this little one. It's a cool one. Just like sometimes you can't get close enough. This is perfect. I wish they made some that are a little shorter. I don't know, maybe I'll break a handle off something. You can adjust your stuff. I do that with brushes sometimes. I'll cut them down, or I'll cut some of the bristles out so there ain't so many. You can do whatever you want. You get a couple makeup brushes I use too. I like makeup brushes. I've seen somebody trying eyelash curler in watercolors. Not eyelash curler. You know those eyebrow brushes with a comb on one side? She was using it for her watercolors to do grass. I said, well, that's clever. Whatever works. You can put it on whatever you got you can use. Whatever works. Let me see, how's that look? That's pretty cool, huh? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint some gold on the bottom. Get a big brush. And I'm going to get that gold that's kind of thick. So I'm hoping this goes on pretty good. I didn't like the gold paint earlier. But I think I can just give a little pizzazz. Just gonna kind of do this. A little red's gonna show through, but that's okay. That is okay. Just try not to hit the top part of that bulb. And I'm gonna go make bread. And I'm gonna work on that site while it's cooking, guys. I'm gonna put some more, match up some more tracers and put in some old stuff too. So look around, see what I got in my folders. I know I got stuff, classes I took. A lot of those classes I had, you know, they, you know, a lot of the ones you pay for anyways, they give you like, you know, flyers and downloads. I gotta go look. I know I got more stuff. You know, so I don't want to spend all day doing it, but I want to get some more done when I got a chance. So that came out pretty cool, right? Hey, Jerry. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. And that's going to be fun. So as it's growing out, it's on my counter. I don't know if you went earlier, but I decided not to do a Christmas theme because this last one I had lasted a while. This outside coating will eventually crack off. It'll be a while. So I decided to keep it like on the, you know, the fun side. It's like a shrink wrap, kind of like what they'd use, like it's food grade, like what they would use like on the outside of brie or something, you know, like a waxy coating, but it's not really wax. So that was it. Just want to talk to you guys about the joining the group again. $190 for the year. If you're interested in that, it's a good deal. Or just one shot payment. Put it in my PayPal, keep track of it for me. It keeps track of everything. I love PayPal. A lot of people hate PayPal, but I'll tell you something. They're real big. That's sometimes throwing me off their site for different things and making me do new, you know, stuff to get back in there. And so they're, you know, always keeping track of stuff. I just had something recently happen. I had to close my cards, which I'd never done. I didn't know you could do that. Like I can open it up, go make a transaction, come back and shut it down. So guess what I've been doing? So that's what they do. So I'm glad they protect my site. I mean, I get a little mad when stuff happens. Even with Facebook, I get mad. But on the other hand, I was glad they shut this site right down. Because a lot of stuff, because they got into other things. When they got into this, they got into my Google, into my phone. So I hate the idea of Google having too much information. Anyways, say they keep my stuff safe. They should charge for it, but that's what you gotta do. I take it off my taxes. They send me a statement, or I can download it, one or the other. Just putting a little more foliage in here. So I am gonna go make some bread for my dad, and I'm gonna in my bread maker, and I'm gonna make up some cookie bags, and I'm gonna work on that site while I'm doing it. It's kind of pretty, huh? Need a little more foliage. I'll fix the foliage around the edges. And I'm always doing interesting things, so I hope you guys kind of join me. Join our little site. We're always doing fun stuff in here and over there, everywhere. I enjoy painting. This has got me through a lot of life's woes. You guys heard me talking yesterday. I really shouldn't tell people all that, but you know, I don't care. And some people have it worse than me, and I always talked to Jamie Revell about one time. I says, you know, just about when I'm feeling sorry for myself, don't I always hear about somebody who's got a whole lot worse? And painting does help. I mean, anything creative. It doesn't have to be, it could be cooking too. Probably when I cook something, put your weight on, right? Anything that is creative. It could be crocheting. They've proven a lot. My granddaughter's kind of a fiber artist. She does a lot of crocheting. Out of her head, you gotta see some of the stuff she does. She doesn't use a pen. I mean, she's been using them now, but she never used them. She comes up with some beautiful stuff. So it makes you more organized if you're a little OCD or something. So there's something to be said for, you know, and we do a little more advanced stuff in there. So we've been together quite a while now. So yeah, I got this kind of looking fun in the back too, huh? I think I need one more section with the flower. Let's put one more in. Kind of hard to show this on, so I'm just going to do it. Yeah, so I'm hoping you join me. Us, a little group, but just a small group. Private classes, which is always better, I think. A little more one-on-one is better, I think. Yeah. I'm just using the end, make some dots here and there. Just make some dots of flowers. Kind of has a nice antique-y look to it. I like that. I miss my old house. I mean, this house is more modern. It's hard to make it look antique-y when it's modern. I really want to paint. I could talk one of my kids into painting. I can't pay nobody, it's too expensive. I'll probably do some, but it'll take me forever. So I'm hoping I could talk one of them during the summer to stay like a week and do some painting with me. I just hate this white walls. Hate it, hate it, hate white walls. I lived in apartments for years and you couldn't paint anything. I don't know, first, we moved like 11 times in 11 years because, you know, we're military and stuff, so yeah, I just hate white. My other apartment was, the house was orange. Had an orange front room, but it had that big wide old trim and the big windows. I had a across the front, he had like etched glass. There was 3 windows. It was big. So, but the guy's fixing it up. I was worried he wasn't going to get to it. I guess he was sick for a while. Then they are like some kind of South America. So I think they might have went back and then came back, you know. I'm pretty sure, because I had talked to the lawyer about it, because he wanted to know what was going on in the house. I said, well, I don't really know, because I sold it to him, but I says, I haven't seen anybody over there working on it, and I was feeling kind of sad about it, and then, I don't know, so I guess they are. We're taking the porch off, of course, you know, the guy went through the porch. So I was glad to hear that they're doing some stuff to it. But he got sick, I guess. There's 2 brothers, they bought a bunch of property, and you pick on these people that come to this country, but sometimes they come right over here and they start working, boy. And they're living on air. You know, they're living on nothing. They come over here and they just work their little butts off. They ain't got to keep up with the Joneses. They just got to work and make a living, you know. They don't even try. Just live in their own cultures. I don't know what they are. They're not like Puerto Rican. They're South American. They could be Honduras. They could, I don't really know. But the name is like a really long, kind of funny name. So I signed a paper. I was like, I'll never be able to pronounce this. But they actually helped me move out of my house. They work for the company, that emergency company, at disaster relief. They come and they, you know, clean up the water and take care if there's a fire. And they store all the stuff to ionize it and clean it and all that kind of stuff. That's what they did. So that's how they hear about houses, which is so clever. You know something now, I think? I think it needs some little sticks. Let's get some little tiny little brush. So it has like little branches maybe, and then tiny ones. I get that black. Like your little tree branches here and there. Let me just so it looks like it's kind of in a tree. I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show you. Ah! Hit it. You see? This gives another layer, a little dimension. Where'd I hit? I hit something. Oh, it's not too bad. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get back to my stuff. And if you guys do anything like this, let me know. And always when you're doing something interesting, I don't care what it is, put it on here so people like to see what you're doing. I like to see what you're doing. I like to see that you're working with your art, you know. It really makes me happy. I enjoy. I'm on that phone all the time, always looking for what other people are doing, you know. That's how I found this. So that's going to go on my kitchen counter. Maybe one more right there. One more. Gotta have one more, you know. Let me just do one more. Is this fun? This is fun. This is fun. Yeah, let me put like a little red flowers. Just kind of make it mushy and, you know, how I do impressionistic, and I'm perfectly happy with that. So I ain't gotta have it perfect. Just, you know, the right colors and everything's balanced. It doesn't gotta be perfect little lines and all that. It just doesn't need to be. You see that, Laura? I'm painting Amaryllis bulbs. I see another lady doing it, and it's gonna work out fine because it can't really penetrate it. If it could, then they wouldn't use it, right? So, Laura, did you see that I put you in the new garden palette? You gotta go over there, girl. I need everybody in there so we can like be groupies. So I sent it to your messenger. We're doing another class after Christmas every 2 weeks. Isn't that fun? I think I need some more gold down here too. I need some more gold on this side. I couldn't sleep last night. I'm delirious over here. I slept really good the night before. Took a really massive nap. I felt great all day. I knew it. I went to go to bed wide awake. Like I had a little sip of coffee, but it wasn't that much. And it was about 3 o'clock. I got up and had cheese and crackers and chocolate milk and Tylenol. Went right to sleep. So I got up at 6. I feel pretty good though. All right, so that's it, guys. I gotta go. Gotta go. You guys have a great afternoon. I hope you join my group. $21 for the garden palette, my new old group, and $190 for the year as a feeling over $15. See, I did it kind of like this one. We did this last night. I'm going to post all this together. So you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you during the week. Yeah, it's just a bread maker, Jerry. It's so easy. You wouldn't believe it. All right, I'll see you guys. I'll probably be on tomorrow, maybe even later, just trying to sell this group a little bit. So have a great afternoon, guys. Bye.